A good CV is your gateway to landing your dream job. In this short video, I'm going to share with you some of the mistakes that people make when they write CV. One of my side hustles many years ago used to be helping recruitment companies in the UK to review applicants' CV and helping applicants to craft CV. And therefore, I do have some level of authority on this topic. Francis is my name if you've seen my face for the first time. On this channel, we share content about how to land a job abroad and how to legally migrate abroad. Number one mistakes that people make when they write a CV is by using cliche soft skills. What I mean by soft skills is putting things like good communicator, problem solver, a team player, fast learner. Those are words that anybody can easily Google. Employers are too smart these days that they know that those are not words or terms that is specific to the job that you are applying for. What you need to do is to use hard skills. You need to show hard skills. And what is hard skills? Hard skills are skills that are learnable, which are industry specific and required to do certain jobs. For example, foreign language, data analyst, being able to use JavaScript. These are skills that are needed for you to be able to do your job. For instance, if you're applying for a healthcare position, administering medication, surgery, these are hard skills that are needed for you to be able to do the job. So these are the kind of things that you need to be using on your CV rather than saying problem solver, team player, fast learner. Those are not needed. So that is what you need to do. The second thing, this is one of the most important things you must do before you start writing a CV. In fact, you will not get a job if you do not do this. This is so important. And what is it? It is what we call keyword research. Whether you know this or not, but I'm telling you that employers use a software called applicant tracking system to track CVs when they advertise position. Employers are busy. They're not going to sit there and start looking at all the CVs. The employer tracking system will track all the CVs that come through. And guess what? That software is looking for something. And if you have it, your CV will be selected. You know what that is? It's what we call keyword. Every job that is advertised and every industry have certain keywords that are used in the industry. And if you have those keywords on your CV will be selected. And how can you get those keywords? That is, before you apply for any position, the first thing you must do is to go and check jobs that have been advertised in the areas that you want to work. Look at the job description and the personalized specialization. The job description and the personal specialization will tell you what the employer is looking for. So all you need to do is to copy those words and format it into yours and put it in your hard skills if you have it. That is what you need to do. If you don't have those skills on your CV, no employer is going to shortlist you for interview. So it's the hard skills that is what needs to be on your CV for you to be selected. Number 3 mistake that people often make is saying things like, Oh, I made a telephone call in my last job, roles and responsibility, going to office, typing, making telephone call, attending meetings. Those are what we call input. Employers are not interested in your input. What they are interested in is the output. By output, I mean, what did you do and what was the result? For instance, if you put on your CV that in your last position, you were able to resolve customers' complaint within 2 hours, you were able to save the company money, you were able to save them time, and you were able to retain 20% of the customers that you dealt with, you were able to hit your target and increase the company's revenue. That is what the employer is looking for. It's about result. Most companies, 99% of businesses are there to make money. They are looking for people that can add value. They are not looking for people that told them, I used to attend meeting, multi-agency meeting, professional meeting. They're not looking for that. What was the result that you work with others in order for you to achieve? So you always look at the output and the impact. That is what you need to be saying, not what you did. That is number 3 mistake. Number 4 is, I recently reviewed a CV and somebody sent me a picture of his face. He's got 3 children, he's married. Except you are applying for a position as a model, or you are David Beckham or Tom Cruise, or you're one of the most handsome men or most beautiful women in the world, nobody wants to see your picture, my friend. It's not needed. Anything that will make the prospective employer to identify your gender, your race, your nationality is not needed. You don't need to put there. All you need to put, you put your name, that you put where you live. For instance, if you live in London or Reading, you just say, I live in London or Reading. You don't need to put the name of your street. It's not needed on your CV at all. Number 5 is ridiculous email that would make them to question your credibility. I once saw a CV where the guy put sexy Mike 25. Now, if you're applying for any serious position, you have email like that, that tells the employer that you are not somebody who is professional, somebody who is credible, so avoid that. Number 6 is very, very important, just like the keyword research that we talked about. I want you to write this down. It is, employers only look at the first page of any CV. And therefore, the strengths, the things that you know that are the core skills that you have, which I talked about before, make sure that you shine it on the employer's face. By that, I mean you put it in a place that it will be showing that the employer say, the first page, that is where it needs to be. So for instance, if you are good at diagnosis, you're good at administering medication, you are good at surgery, you're good at performing diagnosis, for instance, you're good at computer coding, you're good at data analysis, you're good at you got good interpersonal skill, it needs to be on your core skills where the employer must see it. And you have to make sure that that place is well structured so that the employer can see it and it's well formatted. It's very, very important that you put your core skills in where the employer can see it and you know sure that it's formatted very well. Do not use different bold color that will make it to look like it's not professional. So you have to don't use too many bright color. Don't use bright color. If you can try to use one or two color is enough. Don't use bright color. Make sure that it's readable and it's well structured. It's very, very important. Number 7 is readability. By readability, I mean that When you show your CV to a prospective employer and the CV is not readable, the employer is going to think that you are someone who doesn't pay attention to details. You are lazy. No employer would employ somebody who is lazy, who doesn't pay attention to details. That is why you have to send the CV out to as many people that you trust, for them to review the CV for you before you send the CV out. If you know that you haven't done this, don't send the CV out, because no employer is going to call you. If you're seeing value for this content, please consider subscribing to this channel. Share this content with anyone that you know is looking for a job abroad, or in the UK, or in North America. Give this video a like. Leave your comment in the comment section. We want to help as many people as possible to legally migrate in 2024 without spending money on lawyers or agents. Number 8 is make sure that the CV is not more than 1.5 or 2 pages. If you can keep it 1.5, better for you. Not more than 2 pages, and it is written in Arial font at that size 10 or 11.5. No more than 11.5, so that it is easy to read. Okay? You do not need to say reference available upon request. Nobody needs that. Nobody needs to see that on your CV. Okay? Avoid that. And also things like your hobby. Except your hobby is going to add to the position that you are applying for, do not put the hobby. If your hobby, for instance, is writing a blog and you are applying for a position in journalistic position, yes, that will enhance your chance, because the employer can see that if this person is writing a blog and the blog is doing very well, this person can hit the ground running as soon as they join us. If it's not related to the job, nobody cares about your hobby. You're taking more space on the CV. You could save that space. Nobody cares. When it comes to your work history, that must be done in chronological order. Your most recent position should be on top. What I mean by that is the most recent work that you've done should be on top, and it comes like that. Okay? That is how you put that. If you have 15 years work experience, you do not need to have all the 15 years work experience on your CV. The employer, that's too long. 5 to 8 years is enough on your CV. So that is what you need to be aware of. If you can do all these things that I've said, if you forget to take anything away from this video, the 2 things I want you to take away are: before you start, do your keyword research to make sure that the position that you're applying for, you have the keywords. And you can do this, you can get this by going to the job specification and the personal specification when you're applying for a position. That is how you can get the keyword for the job. And the second one is make sure that your core skills that we talked about, we're not talking about problem solving, good communication, fast learner. We are talking about the skills that you have learned, which is specific to the position that you're applying for. Make sure it is in the front page, and make sure you shine it on the prospective employer so that they cannot avoid seeing it. If you can do all these things that I've suggested in this video, your chances of getting a job is extremely high, because these tips will help you. If you like content like this, I would suggest you consider subscribing to our new channel, Improvident Wisdom. It is a channel that is dedicated to helping people increase their income, and we also do tips about career development. Don't forget to share this video with your family and friends. Anyone that you know is looking for a job, this video would benefit them. Leave your comment in the comment section. It takes a lot of hard work to do what I'm doing. You can support me by giving this video a like and sharing this video with your family or friends. We want to help as many people as possible to legally migrate.